Guys, how you doing? I hope you're having a good day, and if not, I hope I can make it a little better. So this week, I thought I'd try something a bit different, as between you and me, I haven't been feeling so great about my art and really my life direction in general. Some of you might know that I'm an unpaid carer for my mother, and as my duties become more responsible, I kind of feel like I'm losing my identity as me and becoming more my mother's carer. Shout out to anybody who has been doing caring for a while. It is so draining. I respect you so much. And if any of you guys are carers who are watching, hey, leave a comment in the comment section below so we can connect. We can chat about being an unpaid carer. It is just like, it's a different universe, honestly. Well, anyway, I had an idea, which I've seen a few other people do, which is to draw in my sketchbook every day in a week. I was hoping it would sort of wake up my love for art again, and I could just like explore and mess around, and if something didn't go right one day, well, I'd do something completely different the next. So anyway, this is what I did for day one. It was going to be practice for my journal layout, the spooky witch one, but in the end I kind of didn't feel certain about myself, so I did just ghosts, a page of just ghosts, just to sort of get a feel for arting again, because quite frankly, after doing that art and craft advent calendar I was feeling like I was no good at art whatsoever. So just a simple page of drawing ghosts, cute ghosts in cute positions and with cute colours, felt like a really great way to just sort of loosen up and feel my way into art again. So here we are on day 2, and I wanted to continue to explore subjects I wanted to draw in my witchy journal layout, seeing as I'd kind of just stuck with ghosts on day 1. And today I thought I would do bats. For me, normally bats are a circle with some jagged lines coming off the wings, so I thought it was about time I actually did some studies of bats. These aren't completely realistic because I wanted to do them in like my style, find out what my style of bat was. And you know what? I really enjoyed it. It turns out bats are really cute. And I am definitely going to revisit some of these sketches to turn into full-blown pictures in the future. Do you have a favourite one? Once I'd drawn all the bats, I kind of felt like they needed something to make them pop, so I drew environments for them, and it made such a difference. It made each of the little studies into proper pictures, and I love them. What do you think? It's amazing what a little dibble-dabble in the background can do to really bring something to life. For day 3, I thought I'd finally make the jump and have a go at doing a human figure. I've been doing a series where for every book I read, I do an illustration to go with it. It's not been that popular here on YouTube. Maybe I'm just reading the wrong kind of books. So I'm going to move it over onto my Patreon. So if that's something you'd like to see, please do subscribe. Link is in the description box below. And this was just a sketch, kind of sketching out ideas for what I'd like to do for the latest book I've read, which is Silver Nitrate by, I've forgotten her name. I'll put her name up here. And it's set in Mexico City in the 90s about a female sound editor who discovers a haunted movie. And she sort of becomes like a grungy witch, she's like into horror movies and stuff. She's not like your obvious candidate for a witch in these sort of books. So that's who I wanted to draw for this illustration for this book. The main character, sort of exploring her witchy powers. This was just a full body sketch so I could have an idea of how I wanted the character to look, what clothes to wear, how her hair would be, things like that. Later, I then tackled the actual pose I wanted her to have for my final illustration when I get round to it. My first attempt at that final illustration sketch didn't go so well, so you know what? It's a sketchbook. I didn't try and struggle over it. I just started again below it and sort of learnt from the mistakes I made in the first sketch. And you know what? I'm really glad I did it that way, because when you're erasing all the time, you can't always see where the mistakes are that you were erasing. To know what it is that you did wrong and that you want to correct. By just like having a second go, you can see where you went wrong and learn from it. It's day 4, and today I really wanted to have a go at using my alcohol markers because I feel like I haven't used them properly as like colouring tools in months, which maybe isn't right, but it felt like that. And I wanted to fix that situation. I wanted to have a go at shading with them and blending, create something that looked at least a little bit realistic. I feel like I've been really reliant on my pastel Ohuhu markers because they have brush tips instead of chisel tips. I really don't like chisel tips. Do any of you guys actually like chisel tips? If you do, can you let me know how you use them? Because really my ideal alcohol marker is a brush tip on one end and either a bullet or a fine liner on the other. I don't get the point of them. I know people say like they're great for colouring large amount of space in one go, but you can use the brush to do that as well. So anyway, I feel like I've been relying on the pastel markers. They're not really pastel. I think anybody who's used the Ohuhu pastel markers knows they're kind of more mid-tone, and so you can't always like do the amount of shading that you should be doing, you know, if you're being honest with yourself. So I wanted to go back to my original set of Ohuhu markers as well and combine the pastel markers and the original markers to actually do some proper shading, some proper blending, and create something that looked semi-realistic at least. And I thought, what better subjects to do that kind of thing with than fruit? Yeah, we went proper art school. I really liked the finished shading, but it kind of felt like the fruit was floating in air, so I quickly added a shadow, and it's amazing how something so simple as a shadow can give an object a sense of placement and permanence on a plane. For day 5, I was feeling kind of low, so I thought, okay, let's draw some more witches, but let's make them traditional. point, I'd been drawing quite slim figures, so with my last witch, I wanted to draw a curvier girl, more representative of me, and I really love the final pose. So I think this is yet another picture that I'm going to turn into a completed illustration later in the year. Please hold me to this. So for day 6, I wanted to set myself 2 challenges. The first one, to learn to draw some more flowers. If you may have noticed, when I was doing the flower witch for day 5, I was doing my classic go-to for flowers, which is a circle with petals coming out of it. You know, the basic daisy. But there are so many other flowers in this world, and I'd like to be able to just draw some more from memory, and I really feel like I can't do that yet. Also, I've decided to go straight in with a fine liner pen rather than doing pencil sketches first. I figured it would make me feel less precious about the lines. Okay, if I messed up, there was no going back, just had to keep moving on, try again, and just accept that mistakes will happen, but that's all part of the art. And you know what? I found it so freeing. I scribbled over flowers to make other flowers fit. I even went over onto the fruit page. And yeah, I know the witches came in between the fruit and these flowers. I did the witches on a separate page because I thought I was going to colour them, and I didn't. So I'd left the page spare, but I didn't like having the spare page, which is why I put the flowers there. And I think you'll see in the end, it's a really cute spread. You know what? I'm going to break page dimensions more often. I love how they sort of spread over into the other page. I'm really enjoying what I'm learning during this process. Finally, we're on day 7, the last day of drawing in my sketchbook every day. I'd shown my friend A from A and K Together on Instagram my flower drawings, and he had suggested drawing a ginger. He likes to cook. And I figured it would be a great test of all the skills I'd learned throughout the week, so I gave it a go. And I am so proud of how it turned out. What do you think? I have enjoyed this process so much. I don't think I can draw every day, because being a carer, there are just some days when you can't draw every day. And generally, just having a busy life, there are just some days when you can't draw every day. But I think it is a great practice to get into, to just, if you have a moment or you feel like you're struggling, to just sit down and do some sketching. Just find a picture of an orange, find a picture of a ginger, find a picture of a bat, find a picture of a cat, and just have a go at drawing. Not worrying how it turns out, just doing it for the process of drawing. It loosens up your hand, it loosens up your imagination, it helps you try different materials that you might be afraid of trying, because it's in your sketchbook, and your sketchbook is for you. Let me know if you'd like to see me do another 7 days. I would love to do another 7 days. Maybe we can do them together. Do you have a favourite day? Is there a favourite technique? Maybe we can explore more of those together. Please let me know in the comments section down below if there's a technique that I did today that you'd like to see me explore more. Because honestly, I enjoyed them all. Well, thank you for making it to the end of the video with me. I'd love to know what your favourite part was. If you could leave a comment in the comment section below. If you could like, subscribe, turn on all notifications and share this video, that would be amazing. You can follow me at Enchanted Violin on Instagram, TikTok and Threads. Links will be in the description box below, as well as links to my online comic companions and my Patreon. And I'll see you next week for more. Bye!